Howdy, Undead Nation. This is Half Dead Dads. My name is Chris.
I'm Richie.
We wanted to continue going off of what we were talking about that we briefly touched last time that we did a show. Um, the the subject that we reached on was a 2 year minimum for um, all males, and I think we did sit there and briefly say that anybody that decided to run the country had to do 2 years.
2 years of what though?
2 years of what?
Yeah, 2 years of what? Because we didn't say the military service that time.
All right. Well, let's just continue. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just go from there.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like I said in the last video, I think it should be if you're a politician and you're gonna, serve in, run for office and everything else, you should have served in the country. You should have served your country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it'll instill the core values that a politician needs to realize. Hey, look, you know, I, I'm an American first, and I need to put my country before my own wants and needs and agenda.
No, and you got that right. I mean, the only thing is, if you're gonna run any type of if you're gonna be in politics, I honestly think you need to be a little bit more than just 2 years. I really
I don't
do.
know. I can understand that. Like to me, if you're a male or a female, you served in the military, you should be allowed to run for office. Period. You know what I mean? Like with the caveat that it's like 4 years. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
At
it's the
least four
minimum for.
years. Like if you're going to run for office, like that's what you want to do, mandatory 4 years,
Okay. I,
or go green to gold.
green to gold, I think would be green to gold is exactly what I would talk about. And for any of those that don't know what green to gold is in military standards, that means going from a non-commissioned officer or an NCO to a commissioned officer or an officer.
Like a lieutenant or a captain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like if they went green to gold, that would be even better because they got to experience life as an enlisted personnel.
Mm-hmm.
They got taste of leadership, and then they decided to go the officer route to where they could actually lead men like they want to. To me, the best lieutenant that I ever had, he was actually former enlisted.
See, I had a green to gold for about 6 months. Didn't deploy with the guy. It was after we came back from our deployment. We got a brand new officer that was green to gold. But I I will sit there and say this: my favorite officer was actually not a green to gold. He was actually a West Point grad.
Really?
Yeah, amazingly enough, he was a West Point grad. But he sat there and came in, talked to me and my squad leader at the time, which was an E6. Um, he was a the our sergeant was a former infantry, and at the time I was a former truck driver. Um, the lieutenant came in, fresh butter bar, everything like that. As soon as we touched boots on ground in wherever we were, let's keep it at that. He came up to us and said, "I know jack shit." He's like, "I'm gonna lean on this sergeant for boots on ground, tactical um, tactics, and um, everything that goes along with that." Then he came to me and said, "I know nothing about driving and land nav or anything like that, route reconnaissance, so I'm going to lean on you." And me and my sergeant looked at each other, like, you know what? If you sit there and lean on us, we will make you fucking gold.
Oh yeah, like most good leaders are going to rely on their NCOs to begin with.
Yeah. And I mean, we made him shine. I mean, we completed missions, talked to locals, trained up locals, everything like that, and I mean, we we all came home. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's that is what mattered is the fact that we everybody came home regardless.
Well, I mean, like you know what happened why I was dishonorably discharged and shit, and I really don't want to talk about that here. So
Yeah.
fucking both wars are good, some of them are bad, and that one was a fucking piece of shit.
Now, I mean, we've all had those NCOs, those officers, and everything like that that we thought were trash. I mean, anybody that is former military that happens to just glance at us and watch this would sit there and shake their head in agreement. And yeah, I mean, if they don't, then what the fuck are they drinking?
Right? They must have had some damn good fucking leadership.
Oh shit.
I mean, I've got Marine buddies and everything else that swear, they're better than the Army, and I fuck that.
Hey, I'm not gonna knock a Marine. I mean, I'm not gonna deny the fact that they are trained a little bit better than us in some regards.
Oh no, like they're squared away and everything else. It's just it's that sibling rivalry.
Well, of course.
Army's always going to be better than Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to take it a step further, we're all better than the Coast Guard and the Navy.
All right, remember. I do have a tie to I do have a tie to the Navy.
And so do I. My dad.
Yeah, same here with mine. So I can't sit there and bust the Navy's balls.
I can.
Yeah, you can, but I mean, you remember my dad.
Yeah, your dad was cool as shit.
Do you really want to get on his bad side?
If he haunts me like my dad does, then yeah, I'll be okay with it. I can't really dog on the Air Force either because my grandpa. So
Oh, come on, really? You
Chair Force.
I was about to say you don't want to sit there and rag on the cheer force.
I mean, whenever it gets over 98 degrees, we got to go inside. It's too hot. I'm using my stress card.
Dude, how they survived on a tarmac, I would never understand.
But we're all better than National Guard, so I'm sorry, nasty girls.
We're you do realize the fact that we're probably going to catch some flack. All right.
Ask me if I give a shit that National Guard can't hold my jock.
But nevertheless, a brother in arms is still a brother. A brother and sister in arms is still a brother and sister in arms. But weekend warriors, you will get the short end of the stick.
Well, but no, I mean back to our original topic since we went on that tangent.
Well, it's the point of
The
the show.
Huh?
It's the point of the show.
I don't know.
Follow start with point A and follow us down that little rabbit hole. We'll start right here, and then all of a sudden we're up here.
No, I get that. It's just back to the original topic. If okay, how about this? If you want to run for president, you got to go green and gold.
Yeah, but for presidency, I'd say you need a longer term than a longer contract than just 4 years.
Well, I know.
I mean, dear God, I mean, you're tasked with running our country, running our military. I mean, you've got to have some years in there.
Well, I know. And for anybody who says Trump didn't do that, yes, we all know this. This is hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we believe should happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna knock Trump. I mean, he's doing a damn fine job as on his second term. He's doing a damn
Yes, he
fine
is.
job. I mean, I'm agreeing with more of his policies, dude. Here's the funny thing: if you would have caught me like not more than 5 years ago, I wouldn't have said anything about politics. Then when maybe it was more than 5 years. No. It was around. I didn't vote for Trump the first time because I was in my little rebellious stage of not caring about politics and bullshit like that.
So 8 years.
So 8 years, yeah. Holy hell, dude, we've got to stop naming times. I'm feeling old.
8 or 9.
Nevertheless, didn't vote for Trump the first time because I didn't vote. Period. I was idiotic. Then when I sat there and did vote for Trump against him and Biden, Trump lost, and I sat there and made a joke that was like, you know what, I'm never going to vote again because my candidate lost, and we had 4 years of what we had.
Okay. We had a 4-year shit show.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't understand, dude. Democrats ran the House and the Senate and the presidency, ran all three of them, which is the ultimate dream. You want your house to, you want your political stance to run both while you're in the presidency.
And that's why we went through the shit show.
Yeah.
Nobody to check them.
And then all of a sudden now we've got the Republicans in both the House, Senate, and the damn presidency.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fun 4 years. That's for damn sure.
I mean, that's the way I look at it. It's definitely going to be fun. The more people he pisses off, the better.
Gonna see a dude. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I can understand how that TikTok brain happens. Okay, since us starting doing this and me getting on TikTok, uploading videos and everything like that. Of course, you know you can't help but just thumb through every now and then. And there's a lot of bullcrap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is so mind-numbingly stupid, some of these people. And you know what? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna put somebody on blast. I saw a TikTok of a lady, 7 kids, dude, sitting there having to pay back $27,000 in support that she was given from the country, from the government. They take that money. They're taking that money back from her, and they're cutting out. They're gonna liquidate some of her child support to pay that $27,000 back, and she's online, sitting there saying all of this, and I'm just looking at her. Like, how? First off, how dumb can you be sitting there saying that you're online and admitting to fraud?
Right.
And then on top of that, mislocation of funds through the government. This lady's got, I don't know how many damn videos, and nobody's sat there and checked out her TikTok and said, why aren't we arresting her?
Right.
I
If
mean,
that was me or you, we'd be in jail right now.
if not just me or you, just dude, it just any male, period. I'm seeing.
Oh, the way I look at it is she's using government assistance without having to have a job, and then she posts about it because her followers, for every like or every follow that she gets money.
Hmm. And here we are
'Cause
sitting
she's
there getting like 2 or 3 likes.
yeah, but she's getting like 100,000, 200,000 per video.
Well, she's getting a lot of bleeding hearts if you look at the comments.
A lot of
I'm
the
so
bleeding
sorry to
hearts are
hear
all.
that. Blah 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 blah. Please, it's not right. And I'm sitting here looking.
No, what's not right is that you're fucking miss out, or you're, basically committing fraud against the United States government, getting all this fucking assistance.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't have assistance whenever you really need it and
No, 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 no,
everything
no, no.
else,
I'll admit. I'll
but
admit. When after I got out of the military and um was unemployed for a little bit, um, I was on government assistance. I mean, I was getting food stamps and Medicaid and everything like that, and um, I slowly got off of it.
yeah.
I
To
mean,
me, those programs are supposed to be temporary as a way to supplement
yeah,
your income and make sure that you have, what you need, but it's not supposed to be a lifetime achievement, you know what I mean?
I don't think anything it should be a life. I mean, let me let me rephrase what I was about to say. Um, I don't. There are certain things out there that you don't need lifetime of. Okay, I mean, not just monetary values or government grants or anything, just anything in period. I mean, uh, sat there and talked to somebody, and they said that they've been in counseling for about 2.5 years, dude. Weekly counseling sessions, 2.5 years, and I'm looking, I'm just like, dude, are you sure you got the right doctor? Where'd you go? Uh oh. Hmm. Dadgummit. Well, while Richie figures out his cam and everything, um, I'm probably not going to say much. Y'all get enough of me on my daily videos anyway. I doubt you want to hear my voice more. So we're going to sit here and drink. Wait one.